From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. The woman who pled guilty to shoving a 12-year-old girl back in May was sentenced in Luzerne County Court today. 30-year-old Marlena Uravage was supposed to be sentenced Friday, but she didn't show up in court. A bench warrant was issued. She was arrested over the weekend. She told Luzerne County Judge David Lupus she'd forgotten the sentencing date. It was this past May 28th the Nanticoke woman was caught on video surveillance shoving a 12-year-old girl to the ground outside a convenience store in Wilkes-Barre. She pleaded guilty to simple assault today. She was sentenced to 4 to 20 months in prison. A Philadelphia man is behind bars in Luzerne County on charges he was sending sexually explicit messages on social media to underage girls. Vincent Long was arrested Monday in Philadelphia and brought back to Luzerne County for arraignment on charges including unlawful sexual contact with minors and criminal use of a communications device. Investigators say the 54-year-old believed that he was talking with a 12-year-old girl until her father found out. He alerted authorities. Police say Long continued to talk to the 12-year-old, but was in fact he was talking to police. They were able to identify Long from social media company records that traced back to his email and home address. Interstate 81 faced closures on both sides of the road yesterday after two traffic incidents left lanes closed for hours. The first incident occurred in the southbound lane around mile marker 134.4 in Delano at around 12:25 a.m. A tractor trailer driving in the right lane swerved to avoid hitting a vehicle that had lost control, and in turn it lost control, causing the truck to overturn. The second incident happened in the southbound lane in Delano Township around 12:35 when a tractor trailer lost control on the icy highway while trying to avoid a crash. It ended up rolling as well. Both drivers were uninjured. Both lanes reopened just before 5:30 in the morning. Residents in West Hazleton should not expect to see any tax increases in 2018. Council members voted on a $2.25 million budget proposal. If approved, the tax rates will remain the same as in 2017. The borough hasn't seen an increase in recent years and plans to have a $1 million loan paid off by the spring. Property taxes are 3.15 mils for the general fund and 1.23 mils for debt service. The next West Hazleton Council meeting is set for Thursday, December 14th. The Hazleton Police Department has a new state-of-the-art fingerprint identification system at police headquarters. It's a system that will help officers identify individuals wanted for crimes within minutes. WYLN's Maria Senti has more on how the system will make Hazleton a safer community.
From patrol cars to headquarters, Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Speziali says a key element to 21st century policing is technology.
We're now going to move forward towards choke points in the community and upgrading our camera system. And once we get to that point, we will pretty much have a real good technology base. Even if we go forward with the gunshot detection system, we'll have it wrapped.
Speziali says new technology has advanced the Hazleton Police Department's abilities over the past 2 years. The newest addition is a state-of-the-art fingerprinting identification system. It was installed at police headquarters this past Friday.
This is something that will better help us to identify people that are wanted, to identify people that may be of a danger to the community, and also to do our daily processing in arresting people and making sure that we have the right person with the right name.
It's a system that scans fingerprints, takes digital photographs, and instantly sends them throughout the nation. Unlike the department's old system, the new one identifies people within minutes.
This is state-of-the-art, instantaneous response. we will get all of the information that we need on a suspect or someone that is a danger to the community within minutes.
Spezialy says the new system will not only process information faster, but it should also make Hazleton a safer place to live.
You have to realize that this is a one-stop shop for everything we do to make sure that the community is safer.
All members of the Hazleton Police Department have been trained to use the new fingerprint identification system. Spezialy says the department's next step is to attain the funding needed for a mobile fingerprint scanning device officers can take out into the field. In Hazleton, for Wyln News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Legislation to impose a tax on Marcellus Shale natural gas production is getting closer to a vote in Pennsylvania's House of Representatives. Although the long-sought tax still faces hurdles in the nation's number 2 gas state. Debate over amendments lasted several hours Monday night and continued today in Harrisburg. A final vote may not, however, occur until December. Governor Tom Wolf, Democratic lawmakers, and moderate Republicans have pressed hard for the tax. Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro was at the Schuylkill County AG Center to talk to farmers about local agriculture ordinances and their compliance to ACRE, or Agriculture Communities and Rural Environment, that ensures that ordinances adopted at the local level comply with state law. Shapiro's office is open to anyone who has any questions about ACRE, or they could visit www.attorneygeneral.gov/ACRE. The opioid crisis was also discussed briefly. Schuylkill County has the 15th highest death rate in Pennsylvania. The county's deputy coroner, Deb Detweiler, said that was as November 17th. There have been 33 drug-related deaths in the county this year. Hunting season is starting next week, and hunters across the state will be donating their deer to help feed the hungry. Hunters Sharing the Harvest, now in its 26th season, helps to coordinate the donation, processing, and distribution of venison to Pennsylvania citizens that face food insecurity. The 2016-17 season set a new record with a total donation of 2,947 deer processed into 589,400 servings of venison for food banks, soup kitchens, and pantries. The Department of Agriculture partners with HSH to cover costs to process the meat, with increases in the last 2 years in order to process even more donations. Hunters who might be interested in participating in the program can take their deer meat to one of the participating meat processors throughout the state and donate any amount of their venison to the program. If you'd like more information on Hunters Sharing the Harvest, you can visit sharedeer.org. The Weinberg Food Bank in Hazleton is looking for some volunteer drivers for delivering meals, servers, and prep workers, all for this year's Thanksgiving dinner. Prep Day is on Wednesday, November 22nd at Annunciation Church on Wyoming Street. The dinner will take place on Thanksgiving Day from 11 a.m. until 2 at Annunciation, which is formerly St. Gabe's. If you would like information, you can call 570-455-4994, extension 103. Coming up on WYLN News, getting ready for colder weather safely. Plus, we'll introduce you to the 3rd grade students who learned more about science and math today. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
For the holidays, there's no better place to have your holiday party or family get-together than Basili's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, 401 Claremont Avenue in Tamaqua. They have remodeled the entire restaurant with a new addition and cozy fireplace to add to the holiday spirit. Just call and book your party. You'll choose your dinner from a full menu, everything from pasta, chicken, veal, and seafood. The new bar will be open with all your favorite drinks. Basili's is open 7 days a week, serving lunch and dinner. Dine in or take out.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
The weather is changing and the cold winter months are ahead. So it's important to be prepared for natural disasters and cold temperatures. WYLN's Maria Senti spoke with a local contractor today about safety tips for your home to keep in mind as winter approaches.
When temperatures start to fall and winter is right around the corner, some people prefer to stay indoors. But staying inside alone does not guarantee your safety.
If you've got a heating unit, been getting back to the heating units, if you have a malfunction, you could have a major health problem through the house.
Louis D'Angelo has been a licensed contractor for more than 40 years. He says taking care of your home is key to keeping safe and warm during the winter months. Part of this is making sure you have carbon monoxide and smoke detectors throughout your home.
In every room or outside of every bedroom door, hallway, that is 100%. I put them up quite often that the people don't have them, especially in the hallways and above the bedroom doorways, because once this goes off, if you don't have something to wake you up, you ain't gonna wake up.
There are many important aspects to keep in mind when it comes to keeping your home safe during the winter months. And as Mr. D'Angelo tells us, keeping your chimney clean is one of the most critical aspects. Am I right about this?
That's correct. That is the most important thing. This got to be taken apart. I use a vacuum cleaner to suck the bottom out, to get the dirt out, to make sure the chimney is open, that it's all safe. That's the most important part.
D'Angelo says not cleaning your chimney can potentially lead to a major fire in your home.
There is always a soot buildup on the flue liner inside the chimney, so which can come down and block the base, and then you're going to have a problem with the carbon monoxide coming through.
D'Angelo says keeping your boiler and heating system clean is also important.
The first thing I come in to do is I turn off your power. Make sure power is off. That's a safety feature. The next thing you would do is you come in and take this front panel off. This is where all your cleaning takes place. You take the baffle tubes out of here. There's a heat exchanger. You got a brush. You brush these all out. You get the vacuum in there, and you suck it all out with the vacuum. There is a back door which you can also clean out with the vacuum. And then the next thing I would change is the filter, which should be changed every year anyway. Right there, that filter. There's a canister and then there's a felt type. That's a canister type. And then also I change a nozzle inside the gun, which I always do.
D'Angelo says people with handyman training can clean their own chimneys and boilers, but he recommends people call a professional contractor to make sure the job's done right. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Third graders at Hazleton Elementary traveled from classroom to classroom today, learning about different aspects of science and math. Hazleton Elementary, along with Penn State University and the Hazleton One Community Center, collaborated to help the students grow in their science academic language. They received hands-on experience today, working on various activities and projects.
Children are moving between 7 different classrooms to do activities centered around their landform units that they've been working on in science class. So we're looking at cross-curricular opportunities. We're looking at math, and how that applies. We're measuring volume and displacement in math. In the language arts room, they're doing a scavenger hunt, reading nonfiction information to try to find those answers. In our science room, they're actually looking at building structures and how they would stand up to an earthquake.
The students also had the chance to put their art skills to use.
We are painting some kindness rocks as part of the initiative that's happening in the area to spread good character education and talk about character education.
The activities that the third graders participated in today were made possible by a grant through Science 2020. Coming up on Oneida's News Choice, home health in Community and You. Plus, if you're a fan of crafts, we'll tell you where you'll find plenty this coming weekend. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Everyone knows the pain, what happens when the power goes out. You don't know when that's going to come back on. With the automatic standby generator, that guessing game is gone. You have security, you have independence. And we also offer financing as low as like $65 a month. We have an A rating with Angie's List, and we just won a Super Service Award for them. So we don't do teaser prices, but there's a ton of stuff that's included in our packages. Call me directly.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, Fabergé Follies, Fabergé School of Dance. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Sounds of the Season is brought to you by these businesses.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. I'm Gary Perna, and we are talking today about home health care with Lehigh Valley Health Network, and Maricel's here with me, and we're going to talk about really the home health care division of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and some pretty neat things that are going on that you don't really think about when you think of home health care and hospital. So first of all, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And let's talk about one of the main things you guys are focusing on, and it's congestive heart failure. So why is it so important to have kind of home health with a patient who has congestive heart failure?
Well, these are patients that are home and they will end up going to the hospital when they're really in distress. They're really short of breath or their symptoms are really exasperated. So we have a system here, a monitor that we are able to place in the patient's home. Mm-hmm. We're able to educate them on how to use it. And what it does, it's a resource. It's a way of preventing from them to be in distress. We are able to catch it before they are in distress and be able to do something about it. For example, call their doctor, change any kind of medications, or even send the nurse out to see them.
So basically, the system is pretty smart. All you guys do with all this here, so there's a scale, there's a BP cuff, it's really no disruption for them. You guys come in, kind of show them how to do it, and the patient can kind of do it themselves.
Yes, what would I do is I set up a modem that I plug into their wall, and that's the only thing that really is plugged in. There's a scale that we have, there's a blood pressure cuff and a pulse ox that we educate them. All they have to do is once a day put each item on or get on the scale, and everything reads. They don't even have to turn it off, and everything reads, and it goes to a centralized station where there are registered nurses that are reading all of their vital signs. They're monitoring their weight, monitoring their blood pressure, monitoring their pulse and their oxygen, and it will alert those nurses if the patient is having any problems. For example, if there is a 2-3 pound weight gain overnight, that's something that we're going to be concerned about. If their oxygen level drops, that's something that we're concerned about. If their blood pressure is too high. And what we do is we call the patient and we assess on the phone if they're okay. If there's a need, we're able to send a nurse that same day. If not, we are able to call the doctor and make some changes to their medications, or if need be, that patient can go and have a doctor visit.
So this is really real time with them. You know, if they go on the scale and do everything, maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, you know, and they're reading this at the central location, you guys get the notification and saying, hey, there may be something wrong here.
Yes, in minutes, this information is down to our centralized station, and we can call the patient immediately. The nice thing about it is that they're able to do it in the morning. If they're early risers and they want to get on the scale at 6 o'clock in the morning, they can. But if they like to sleep in a little later and don't get up until 9 or 10, that's fine. You know, they're able to do it. It's just once a day. I also tell patients that they're able to do it more than once a day. But we need at least one reading a day. Some patients like to do it in the morning, and then they also like to do it in the evenings, and that's not a problem. And if they don't get on, let's say they forgot to get on the scale that morning, there will be a phone call to remind them you need to get on the scale.
And this technology here is really sets Lehigh Valley Home Healthcare apart from all the other kind of home healthcare in the area. So why is it important, especially with someone with congestive heart failure, which is very serious, you know, why they should look at this?
We're the only home health agency that provides the telehealth monitoring. We're also hospital-based. In other words, our doctors, we're connected to our doctors. We're connected to their information. Quickly, we're able to send this information to our doctors. We're able to also look at the patient's information. For example, if they had a chest x-ray recently or if they had any kind of blood work, we're able to have all that information quickly at our hands.
So it's really good. So across the board, if they're seeing a doctor through the health network, maybe they were just at the hospital, it's all linked together. So this is a great way. So if they have continuing care, like at home, everything's together and there's no second guessing, information there just like that.
That's right. We're able to connect with the patient and the doctor and the nurses in minutes.
Wonderful. So a great option. So if you have any questions about this, and of course, home health care, your doctor has to write you the prescription for and get the phone calls in to them to get this. So if you are interested, or if your doctor may have just said to you, we have to look at some home health options, Lehigh Valley Home Health Care is available. And of course, a great team. You explained this to me in minutes before we were going on here, so this is a great thing, and providing health and the advances that are going on each and every day. So thank you for telling me about it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, and to learn more, all the information has been up on your screen through Lehigh Valley Health Network, and of course we thank them for being our sponsor here on Community and You. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on WYLN.
Finally, a car buying experience where it's quick, transparent, and you're set for life. At Hazelton Honda, every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, lifetime state inspections, and Sunday express service. A gigantic selection to choose from, always amazing prices, courteous and expert sales staff, convenient store hours. Discover the joy of buying at Hazelton Honda, where you are set for life.
Santa Paws for Autism, Sunday, December 3rd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Wyln TV Studios, 1059 East 10th Street in Hazleton. Donations to Paws for a Cause for Autism will go towards the purchase of a service dog for an autistic child. In addition, we'll be collecting pet supplies that day for the Hazleton Animal Shelter for Christmas, and there'll be loads of tricky trays. So stop by the Wyln Studios, Sunday, December 3rd from 11 to 4. For more information, call 570-401-3970. Watch Off the Beaten Path on Wyln TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Holiday shoppers, get ready for a craft show in Kingston this weekend. The American Red Cross of Northeastern Pennsylvania is preparing for its 23rd annual show. It features around 150 vendors selling wreaths, decorations, jewelry, clothing, and so much more. Admission to the show? $5. Children under 12 are free. Parking is also free. It's happening this Saturday, November 25th, from 9 a.m. until 4, and again on Sunday from 10 a.m. until 4. That's at the Kingston Armory on Market Street. And remember, funds from the show help support Red Cross programs and services. Santa will be coming to town thanks to the volunteers at the McAdoo Fire Company. Operation Santa Claus will be taking place December 7th through the 10th. The fire company will bring Old St. Nick to your house on a special sled. Reservations will be accepted up to November 30th and will only be for communities the fire company serves. But if you'd like to make a reservation, call Tony at 570-929-2642. Paws for a Cause for Autism is hosting their annual Santa Pictures with your fur babies and family. The event takes place Sunday, December 3rd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. here at the Wyln building. Donations will be accepted for the photo. The Paws for a Cause for Autism crew will also be accepting donations of pet supplies for the Hazleton Animal Shelter. Just a reminder, all pets must be up to date on their vaccinations and on a lead, and please, no retractable leashes. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln News.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Wyln CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at Wyln, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
When is the best time to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication at Berger Family Dealerships.
2017 Mazda 3 Sport Sedan, buy it for only $16,590. Or 2017 Mazda CX-3 Sport, buy it for only $19,990. Or 2017 Mazda CX-5 Sport, lease it for only $149 a month.
When is the best time to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication at Berger Family Dealerships. Route 93, Hazleton.